Thobela. Thobela. Abusheni. Ndimatsiari. Sanbonani. Mangwanani. Lochani. Are you happy to be here? Can I hear the sound of happiness? Thank you so much. Welcome to the University of Limpopo autumn graduations. It's good to finally be here. Although due to mask, I cannot see the smiles here, but I believe you are all smiling behind the face masks, for you have finally made it to graduate in person. You'll have videos to show. You'll have an opportunity to dance as a group. So congratulations for being here. With me here, I just have few announcements just to help us have a seamless ceremony. I also welcome parents, supporters, sponsors, friends, and family in the overflow venues, which include TA, TB, and TC. They are watching these proceedings from big screens. You know, due to the pandemic, still largely here with us, so we need to observe all the non-pharmaceutical guidelines, which the most important is having our face masks on at all time as long as we are gathered indoors. So please do remember to keep your mask on, and that means you are covering your mouth and your nose. When the procession enters the hall, we are humbly requested to take it to our feet. Retlo emella, and we are going to have the University of Limpopo Choir, which goes by the name UL Choristers. They will lead us in the graduation song. And in the meantime, during the program, they will also render a few items. So should we happen to know some of the items that they render, we are free to rejoice in the songs, sing along, and the choir will also lead us in the national anthem when the ceremony will be closing. So we are going to remain standing until the procession comes to the stage, and then they declare this session open and a legal gathering. For now, I will request Gordon and Harris, our official photographers, to come and demonstrate how we need to conduct ourselves, the graduates, as we come to the stage, so that those stilettos garewe. And then to do so is gift. Please take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, graduates. I would like to explain the procedure of which you're going to come on stage. First, you need to have 3 things in your position. The first one is the hood that will be dragged over your right hand, as Dion is demonstrating. So if you are wearing it, please take it off. The second thing is a name card that the institution has given you. It's a pink card. You bring it with as well. And the last thing is the yellow card like this that we gave you to complete. Please make sure you complete it and you bring it with when you come to stage. You'll be brought row by row, then you come up on stage one by one. Next to this podium, there is a black mat. Please stand on that mat, hand in your card, your name card. The person who will be reading the name, when you read the name, we take the first photograph from that camera. Please ensure to look into that direction for you to get a nice photograph. From here, you walk across the stage. There is a kneeling bench. Please kneel. The chancellor will be there to keep you. It's also okay to look straight into his eye for you to make an eye contact with him. He would like to congratulate you. From there, you walk across the stage. At the end of the stage, there's a small bench. You hand over your hood. You turn around to the audience. You look to the loved ones. That's when you take the second photograph. Please, on that note, do not rush. Just take a moment, look in the audience, because as the belt drags over your shoulders, that's when you take the second photograph. Do not rush, do not kneel, do not bend over, do not close your eyes. From there, you walk down the stairs. To my right side, you will collect your certificate. You walk all the way to the back with that passage. We take the last head and shoulder portrait. Then from there, you go back to your seats. Please make sure you wear your masks all the time. Only when you take the first photograph, that's when you remove your mask. Then when you take the last photograph, you put back your mask. Lastly, if you do not have this yellow card, please raise your hand and someone will give it to you. And the other thing, we also have a family studio photograph setup. You are welcome to bring your family and friends for other photographs that you may want. Thank you so much.
Let's appreciate him, please. All right, we do have our restrooms over that side. Please, you will see the ushers to assist in that regard. We are requested to limit movement. We are requested to limit movement once the session starts and to keep our masks on. Also, our cell phones, may we kindly put them on a silent mode so that they do not ring during the session on a silent mode. Should you struggle to put it on a silent mode, you may completely switch it off. So even when the session will be closing, as the Chancellor would be dissolving this congregation, we are going to require it to stand, and the choir will lead us in the national anthem. We can sing along, remain standing, and the procession here will leave the hall. As we remain standing, then we will allow our graduates to follow the procession as they also file out of the hall. The rest of us, parents, we may remain in our positions until ushers are going to conduct us out of the hall. They will show us which doors to use. Please do not take videos because the flashlights are interfering with the photographs. So we don't want to have poor photographs as a result. So they've kindly requested us not to use our videos because the flashlights reflect on the photographs as they take the official photos. Please kindly also observe that request. We have a hood here. Someone lost their belt. We don't know who it belongs to. We will keep it here. If it belongs to you, you may come to this side. Also, please note that the session is streamed live on our YouTube channel, which is University of Limpopo. Do subscribe, do share the content, and when you celebrate, we would like to join in the celebration and see what you do. So please use the hashtag UL Graduations 2022. It's one word, UL Graduations 2022. Across all our socials, do follow us on Twitter, it's at UL Varsity, Instagram at UL Varsity, and on Facebook, like our page, it's University of Limpopo. The handle is at UL Varsity also. And then we also have Alumni and Convocation Facebook page. Also do like it. It's UL Alumni and Convocation. UL Alumni and Convocation. That's where we are going to also communicate any other issues regarding your associations, your chapters, your sectors, as they have presented to you, what actually being member of the association means to you and also means to us as a university. Parents, as you praise dialoga tša lena ge le ba bethela megolokwane ba itla mo re ba binela, let us just be mindful of one another, the person next to you. As you dance, you are allowed to celebrate the best way you know how. Just be mindful of the person next to you. Even when sialoga se itlamo, and then you want to praise lebareta, like me, sereto saka sitya the whole day. So let's just try to limit bana ba motho ba ngwathagala na tlhogo ya tšie, so that ge a feta, then wa go molatela le ena ba kgone go moreta as such, so that re kgone go šielana. Do enjoy the ceremony. Feel free. You are at home. Dance where you need to. Relax and keep your cool where you need to, as the program will be guiding us as such. The choir, very professional, and they are recording, and it looks like we are ready. Let us kindly take it to our feet. May we please stand. Choir, we are ready. We wish you the best of luck with your future endeavors, and once more, congratulations for making it. Choir, over to you.
by virtue of the authority vested in me, I constitute this gathering as a lawful congregation of the University of Limpopo.
Ke a le dumedisa bohle lebitsong le letle la morena le mopholosi wa rona Jesu Kriste. A re boneng palo ya lentswe la Modimo bukeng ya Baahlodi, Judges chapter 6. Teng re bale from verse 11 re emise ka verse 16. The angel of the Lord came and sat down under the oak in Ophrah that belonged to Joash the Abiezrite, where his son Gideon was threshing wheat in a winepress to keep it from the Midianites. When the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." "Pardon me, my Lord," Gideon replied, "but if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? Where are all his wonders that our ancestors told us about when they said, 'Did not the Lord bring us up out of Egypt?' But now the Lord has abandoned us and given us into the hand of Midian." The Lord turned to him and said, "Go in the strength you have and save Israel out of Midian's hand. And am I not sending you?" "Pardon me, my Lord," Gideon replied, "but how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family." The Lord answered, "I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites, leaving none alive." Le ke lentswe la morena Kriste o le hlonolofatse le ae ka hare ho rona, rona re phele ho ya ka lona ka Kriste Jesu morena wa rona. Amen. A ke nke nako e ke dumedise ho boetapele ba university, vice chancellor le bohle bao o tsamayang le bona. Ke dumedise batswadi le ba malapa ba tlileng o tlo felehetsa dialogane tsa rona. Qetellong ke dumedise lona dialogane tsa rona bao re leng mo ka lona. Re le newe kgotso le matla le bohlale ke Modimo Ntate Mora le moya o halalelang. Amen. Mo re badileng teng re badile pale ya setjhaba sa Modimo se neng se tswile tseleng ya selekane seo ba neng ba se entse le Modimo. Ba kgetha dintho tse ding le ditsela tse ding le dilekane tse ding, ba rapela medingwana e meng mme Modimo wa tswa ho bona. And lentswe la Modimo le ruta hore di choices tseo ba di entseng di ila tsa ba beha maemong ao qetellong ba ileng ba sotleha ka tlase ho ona. And they started crying out to the Lord for help. And where we have read, we meet the God who intervenes and find a young man, Gideon, who was busy threshing wheat. Hore a kgone ho pata koro hore dira tsa bona ha di ba hlasela di skebe tsa ifumana. Lentswe la Modimo le ruta hore lenyolo ila Modimo la fihlela dula fatshe a sefate la bua le yena la mo dumedisa le re dumela monna wa senatla. Jwanong ke batla re bala ka sekgowa e re, "Good morning, mighty warrior." And in the context e re leng mo ho yona, would say, "Good morning, good afternoon, mighty warrior." That is for you, dialogane tsa rona. We are looking at you, we see warriors who have been in this institution for some time, threshing wheat, gathering information, and learning and empowering yourselves. In empowering yourself, you are not empowering yourself for yourself and families only, but you are empowering yourself for the communities that brought you up. For we are the products of those communities as we stand here wherever we are. And therefore, these communities, somehow we have made choices. And we can look back in our country, we are not happy. You are seated around the table, you hear lamentations of the choices we have made. We have gone astray from the things tseo Modimo a neng a batla re ba tsona. And we are looking at you, we are saying you are the gift that God has given us. Ho tlo kgaola kgwele kapa the chain ya boima bo batswadi ba rona ba bo rwetseng. Be it unemployment ka hara malapa, inequality, poverty, you are our sign of hope. And therefore, when we look at you, we want you to look at yourselves as warriors rather than defeated people. And therefore, we are greeting you today and saying, good afternoon, mighty warriors. As you walk out of this place to go and fend for yourselves into the world, go out there in the spirit of the warrior who says, I will win, I will conquer. Know that there is a promise. When God sends Gideon, he says, I will be with you always. And you must live here knowing that you will not be walking alone, you will not be frustrated alone. Whenever you come across challenges, you must know that God, who has been with you here, will be with you in the world to help you defeat these things that embarrasses our families like they do. And may God be with you and strengthen you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. A re rapele. Modimo ya lokileng, ntate wa morena wa rona Jesu Kriste, ra bosafeleng ra matshediso, morena wa kgotso. Re a o leboa, re a o boka, re a o tumisa, re a o halaletsa, re a o tlotlisa, re re hayo Modimo ya tshwanang le wena. O Modimo ya re salang morao ka dinako tsohle, ya re ratang. Le ha re kgetha ho kena ka hare ho sebe, wena Modimo wa rona o re romelletse morao wa hao morena wa rona Jesu Kriste hore a tlo re hlwibila. Modimo wa rona a re bontshe lesedi le bophelo ba nnete. Re lebohela letsatsi lena le tjhabileng, re santsane re kopane ka tsela ye, o santsane o re file monyetla Modimo wa rona ka hare ho maemo a di COVID-19 hore re kgone ho kopana and draw from each other's energy. Ka tsela re kopaneng ka yona re re moya wa hao o halalelang Modimo wa rona a o nke taolo ya sebaka se. Re rapella boetapele ba sekolo se Modimo wa rona, Vice Chancellor le bohle ba wa sebetsang le bona. Re rapella Modimo wa rona ba memuwa le bao ba leng mo Modimo wa rona ho motivate Modimo wa rona batjha ba rona ho tswella pele ho lwanela ho ruteha. Re rapella batswadi bao Modimo wa rona ba tetseng disente tsa bona tsa bofelo hore bana ba bona ba be mo. Ha re fihlile boemong bo Modimo wa rona re tlo thaba mmoho le bona, re tlo Modimo wa rona o be le rona o re etelle pele. O hlonolofatse tshebeletso yena hore qetellong ho iswe thoriso lebitsong la hao le halalelang. Re kopa tsena le tse ding lebitsong le letle la Kriste Jesu morena wa rona. Amen.
Mr. Chancellor, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Mokolong, Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching and Learning, Professor Madaji, the Registrar, Professor Kwena Masha, the Dean of Students, Dr. M.D. Masipa, UL Council members, Mr. M.J. Rachidi, Mrs. Dikaledi Tandisa, Reverend Sekoy, who led us in prayer, Mr. K. Malachi, who is our Convocation representative, Ms. S.P. Mashaba, Treasurer of the SRC, members of the University of Limpopo management teams, Executive Deans of Faculty, Directors of School, Research Professors, Heads of Department, Directors of Support Services, Professors, Academic and Support Staff, our guests of honor, our graduates today, parents, guardians, and sponsors of our guests of honor, honorable guests, friends, and colleagues. A very good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon, everyone. Are you excited? Yes. That's great. On behalf of the University of Limpopo, I wish to extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries, graduates, family, parents, and staff present here this afternoon. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you in person once again after 2.5 years of virtual graduations. Mr. Chancellor, allow me on behalf of the university to extend a special word of welcome to the following individuals who have graced this occasion by their presence here this afternoon. University of Limpopo Council members, Mr. Jacob Rachidi, also Council member, Mrs. Dikaledi Tindisa, who's also a parent, is doubling up as a parent today. Her daughter is graduating today. Mr. Cassius Machimana, Manager, Greater Zanin Municipality. Mr. Mpatlele, Family Counselor, Office of the Family Advocate. Reverend Sekoy, our Moruti for this afternoon. Mr. K. Malachi, Executive Committee Member, University of Limpopo Alumni and Convocation. Ms. Machaba, University of Limpopo SRC Treasurer. And Mr. Tabo Mohale, Managing Director of Lahome Clothing Concepts. To our guests and audience, thank you for being here today to celebrate with us the achievements of this large group of graduates who've completed their studies at the University of Limpopo. Mr. Chancellor, today is an extraordinary day in the lives of our graduates and the university. We have been through and are still in a period of unprecedented change in the way in which we normally go about our lives since the advent of COVID-19 pandemic. The 2.5-year period since we last had in-person graduations has really been difficult for both staff and students of the university and their families. Many of us have been affected personally and tragically by COVID-19. As a university, we want to honor members of the university community who we lost to COVID. May their souls rest in eternal peace. Amidst this universal turmoil and online teaching, learning, and research, here you are, standing tall and proud, bearing all the scars of the past 2 years, ready to graduate. So I want to say congratulations to all our graduates, together with your families who have stood alongside you. We have had to restrict the number of the guests in the interest of health and safety. I am sure you appreciate the current conditions with the daily rise in infections currently being experienced. I would therefore humbly request you to avoid contact with others in this venue, keep your face masks on all the time, and sanitize your hands regularly. Mr. Chancellor, graduation ceremonies at UL are steeped in a tradition of true African celebration, where we celebrate our achievements and success in a manner that is unique to this wonderful institution. Every graduate seated here today has waited for this day. They have dreamt of this day. Am I right? Have you been dreaming of this day? This day represents great joy in the lives of our graduates and their families. I am sure you have rehearsed your walk on the stage, how you've been kept, how you've been hooded, and then you receive that precious piece of paper that represents the great effort that you've put into that degree or diploma. The fact that these graduates are seated here reflects sheer determination to attain their degrees and diplomas. I am sure each graduate can pen a story of how this journey has unfolded. Today begins a new chapter in the success story of your life. The wonderful thing about university graduations is whilst they are so formal like you see today, but it's also a very festive occasion, and you will witness that today. As the University of Limpopo, we have a proud tradition of celebrating in true African style. We are, after all, an African university with the motto of providing solutions for Africa. 2022 marks our 63rd birthday as a university. We have come a long, long way, and we are proud of all of you, our graduates. Mr. Chancellor, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, this graduation ceremony is number 6 of 9 to take place this week, after which the university would have conferred 4,167 degrees and diplomas. At this afternoon's graduation ceremony, the university will confer 517 undergraduate and postgraduate degrees and the postgraduate diploma in accountancy in the Faculty of Management and Law. To our guests of honor, the big day has arrived. You're almost there. Look at you all smartly dressed up, looking so beautiful in those dashing suits, in those long nails, in those dangerously high heels, wondering how you're going to manage across the stage. So I would like to invite you all, our graduates, to go ahead and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy this time that you have with us in your graduation ceremony. I also know that you will recognize it's a time for us to give thanks to all those who have helped us to reach this milestone in our lives. So on your behalf and that of the university, I am pleased to be able to say thank you to your families and friends, your lecturers, your professors, and every single person who has contributed in making your academic journey the success that it is. Once more, you are indeed all very welcome. I would like to invite you to sit back and let's together enjoy this long-awaited moment. Thank you.
Vice Chancellor, Prof. Mahlom Halom, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Teaching and Learning, Prof. Richard Matache, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation Partnership, Prof. Jessica Singh, the Registrar, Prof. Kwena Masha, Dean of Student, Dr. Muchaki Masipa, Executive Deans of Faculties, Directors of School, academic staff, and members of Senate, and the President of the Student Representative Council. And let again, I salute my fellow comrades and students, and oh, how can I forget the ones we'll be honoring today with different certificates. Receive my revolutionary greetings, and I wish you all the best. It is a great honor for me to pass my greetings to you all. To the graduates, I declare you as people who have tried by all means to train, educate, develop yourself, and knowing your strengths and weaknesses. and opportunities and threats during the moment of your studies where you faced a lot of challenges. The first challenge that you have faced was academic exclusion and also financial exclusion. But wow, look at you guys today, you are here. To graduate, I could say that a winner make a commitment, but a loser make uncountable promises. There are a number of student leaders who served and suffered and sacrificed until this particular moment. The likes of Nkgopotse Tiro. To all the people and graduates, I should say, a person suffered hard work, but today you are here to represent yourself and also represent University of Limpopo. You came all this far because you told yourself that we are going to do it. That's why today you are sitting here dressed nicely so, with high heels, with suits and everything, because you told yourself in the first day you left home and said you are going to University of Limpopo that I am going there to make it. Congratulations. I will quote to one of my source of information by Salim, who said, I did not choose to be born. I could not choose parents. I had no choice regarding where and where I was born. I had no choice about how I was brought up. But there comes a time when I must take responsibility for choices I can make. In the end, I can choose on how I will live. Winners learn and grow all the time, but losers, they walk away and crumble. You guys did not walk away, even though you were failing modules, you were not complying to everything. But look at you guys, you still made it. Amandla? Amandla? There is a quote with my mother's tongue language, by the way, I'm Swati, that says, Imbila yaswela umsila ngenxa yokulayitela. But you guys, you did not do that. You told yourself that I am going there, and yes, you are here. To the graduates, I declare you as assets which will be invested in the community and let the community benefit from you. Since you'll be going out there to the corporate world, go out there and work hard. The same way that you have worked hard at University of Limpopo, where you were facing lots of challenges, where you had to sleep in an empty stomach, but knowing that tomorrow you are writing. Go and do that. The same way you told yourself that I am going to make it. Go and do that out there. Don't go there and represent yourself as people who are incompetent. Go out there and represent yourself as people who have told yourself that I'm going to make it, and you shall make it, and continue working hard. Amandla, thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chancellor Professor Matlom Khalong, the Deputy Vice Chancellor for Teaching, Learning, Bumkororo Prof. Madaje, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Partnership, Professor Sin, the members of council who graced this occasion, in particular Ntate Rachweni and Metendisa, the registrar of the university, Prof. Malome Ntate Masha, the dean of students, the mother we had in our time as students, Dr. Masipa, the executive deans of faculties, directors of school, academic staff, and members of Senate, Rev, you'll forgive me. I cannot home yao lefa as far as house nale unzianyana mara. Receive my salutation. Parents and in particular the graduates. Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to, on behalf of the Executive Committee of Convocation and Alumni, to deliver the message of congratulation for your achievement. This is a real achievement. It is not winning lotto. It is the achievement that comes as a result of hard work. It is the achievement which required full-time attention, and finally we're here. Mr. Chancellor, a certain author of no origin called Basil said in the occasion of this nature, for 3-4 years and more, the graduates were buying, trading, and selling everything they got in the marketplace of ideas, what we call the intellectual hustle. Their pockets are full. Even if their parents are empty, now they have figured out what is to spend it on. My question, I support it is, what is the big idea? What is your big idea? What is you are willing to spend on? The moral capital of your intellectual capacity, your cash, your sweet equity in pursuing outside. Mr. Chancellor, as we welcome this fellow graduate to our fold, and as you release them, we should not shy away to tell them that the world out there is malleable than you think. It is waiting for you to hammer it into shape. You can't fix every problem. In particular, corruption, natural calamities are part of the picture, but the ones we can, we must, and because we can, we must, because we can, and we must. It is indeed correct, Mr. Chancellor. You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failures in life are inevitable. It is impossible to have without or at some time unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not live at all, in which case you fail by default. Mr. Chancellor, we chose this course to remind the graduate of the daunting challenge of life. We seek to remind them that not all of them will be employed. Most of you supposed to be employers. You must go and open firms there and open, because you see how our economy is performing. Mr. Chancellor, it is a common knowledge that we are living the aftermath of COVID-19, where the international calamity of economic meltdown is felt by every country. And South Africa is not immune. It is also reality that many of our people have lost their job as a result of this calamity. Also, the current standoff between Russia and Ukraine does not also assist. We have witnessed the skyrocketing price increase of commodities. These are some of the challenges our people are facing. Fellow graduates, as we release you here today, you should not expect honey and milk outside. It is tough. It appears there is no immediate solution coming. But with this solution that which you set in this university, we hope you would assist. It is our hope that through your release, you will accelerate the innovation to this rebuilding process we are in today. It is our wish that through this generation, we will fight the scourge of our society, which is known by everyone, corruption. It is our wish that through your release today, you will fight the aspiration of, you will fight and recenter the aspiration of Freedom Charter. It is our wish that your graduation today will remind those who are in comfort zone as a result of the proceed of corruption that it is not yet Uhuru. Our country is calling for men and women of courage to redirect our country where President Mandela and President Thabo Mbeki were directing us to. We congratulate you, all of you. We welcome you to our fold. We urge all of you, from time to time, as you visit Facebook, as you visit Twitter, to check with our pages. Sometimes this year, November, October, we'll be going to our conference. The only thing that which qualifies you to come to our conference is that you should have been a student of University of the North, of Limpopo. I'm old, Mr. Chancellor. So we wish to have the relationship with all of you. We wish you follow what is happening here. But above all, we also wish that majority of you can pursue your studies and do masters, doctoral, and others. Don't be like us, because we have been messed up by money. Thanks. Ke a leboga. Pula.
Walitabo. Wariswara neribine ma-Afrika. Ma-Afrika mino orubina mona. Kimino walitabo. Walitabo. Wariswara neribine ma-Afrika. Ma-Afrika mino orubina mona. Kimino walitabo. Walitabo. Sakena libini. Libini tayuweso termino. Walitabo. Walitabo. Sakena libini. Libini tayuweso termino. Walitabo. Walitabo. Sakena libini. Libini tayuweso termino. Walitabo. Walitabo. Kimino.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the undergraduate degrees of the university on those graduates whose names appear in the program.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer the undergraduate degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Commerce. Mucheke Karabo Yolandi, distinction in e-business. Muchosa Godfrey Nwako. Mudiba Fortunate. Mudiba Lerato Dorcas. Mudiba Makebe David. Modiba Nicoline Makuto, Mohane Hope Teboho, Mohodi Mapula Martha, Moholola Tumelo, Mohope Lesedi Mpeti, Mohlahlo Boitumelo Esther, distinction in consumer behavior. Mohlala Dinoy Faith. Moholane Malesela Janet, distinction in econometrics 1, econometrics 2. Mohoto Makabu. Mokabane Tepo Hope. Mokata Nelson Mamangana, distinction in e-business and consumer behavior. Mokhotlwa Manoko Tsepang, distinction in econometrics 1. Mokwena Vanessa Motapule. Mokumo Mabupilo Manalo, distinction in e-business. Molapo Mohola Twai Jan. Molepo Clive. Moletani Munso Joseph. Molobela Matlati. Molokome Malesela Alfreda. Molapo Reneilwe Manta. Monareng Mangaliso Tato, distinction in consumer behavior. Mongala Samantha Petronella, distinction in labor relations and organizational development. Mongwe Innocent, distinction in econometrics 2. Monye Motsalekodi. Morulani Tsepiso Poli, distinction in labor relations. Moswane Di Chehofacho, distinction in consumer behavior. Moteka Helen Makitimela. Mutene Current. Mota Nelile Peggy. Motapo Mokadi Lorraine. Mutimele Lebogang Thelma. Muchelele Mukadi Sarah. Mutlauti Chogofatso Penelope. Motswari Fatlogang Rosette, distinction in e-business. Mutubatse Mante Koketso, distinctions in e-business and labor relations. Moa Ramadimeche. Mpatlele Mpo Raiseche, distinctions in monetary economics, economics 1 and econometrics 2. Mpatlele Ramaredi. Mpela Lesego. Msibi Angel. Msimango Prince Lungelo. Mtileni Nyaleti. Modau Pumuzo, distinctions in risk management and investment and strategic management and e-business. Muzelele Realivua. Murema Precious. Muchige Masindi. Ncha Matobela. Nelushi Rangani. Nema Gomboni Cesar. Nesivtave Musitsi Wanga. Netsianda Pindulo Onika. Ngobe Sharol Tabili. Ngobeni Ravalani Shannon, distinction in econometrics 1. Ngudulane Mojaji Mary Jane, distinction in consumer behavior. Washeng Madumeta. Nkanyane Kagiso Janet. Nkwana Machaba Mpo. Nkosi Nkosazana Joy, distinction in e-business. Nkuna Jewel. Nkuna Moite, distinction in e-business. Nkwana Lebu Penelope, distinction in e-business and consumer behavior. Ntimane Tendani. Nyalungu Mary. Papo Johannes Tabiso, distinction in e-business. Patel Huzefa Yasir. Piri Piri Panashe. Patla Mutlaka Mulatelo. Pala Oscar Peha. Palama Jacob, distinctions in e-business and consumer behavior. Pasha Kaugelo Ramaisela, distinction in e-business. Pasha Letaujo Desri, distinctions in e-business and consumer behavior. Pila Naledi. Rabalao Shimane Hammonds. Rakabe Chweni Shelley. Ralefatane Elizabeth Mokhadi. Ramakadi Mutsiri Juliet. Ramalivana Kodani. Ramodike Benis Refilwe. Ramoloko Matume Itumeleng. Ramuneta Talani. Rangata Lebogang Ngwakwana, distinctions in e-business and consumer behavior. Rapela Mukele Zakaria. Rapiri Mita Matseke, distinction in e-business. Ratsi Lumela Mukweta Pel. Ricotso Priscilla. Sambo Shibule Sharon, Sibusile Sharon, distinction in consumer behavior. Sianego Shadi Theodora, distinction in e-business. Sepe Aniki Dineo. Seete Gauta Precious, distinction in e-business. Sefoko Johannes Lefa, distinction in e-business. Sekhobela Moloro Jacqueline. Selepe Malekhatle Lina. Selepe Puti. Sebola Johannes Siloba Johannes Ramoluko. Silowa Letabo. Seminya Dikeledi Ramasela, distinction in econometrics 1. Semosa Musa Saki. Sipuma Sean Matlamela, distinction in econometrics 1. Serutu Mapeja. Serumula Selaelo. Seshoka Musibudi Faith. Setlago Khabo Motolo, distinctions in econometrics 1 and econometrics 2. Shabangu Frank Patrick, distinctions in e-business, consumer behavior, and labor relations. Shingane Njombo. Shiseke Mafunda Fortunate. Shivambu Tabo. Shizana Helena Penny. Shokane Yada Heroline. Sibuyi Jubilance. Sifuda Luther Wandiswa. Sifunda Nomfundo Chakazile. Sikagamba Humbulani, distinctions in econometrics 1 and econometrics 2. Silabi Susan Rito. Sitole, brilliant. Distinction in consumer behavior. Talani Tumisho Martin. Tau Rochelle Muleboheng. Tifo Ethel Semule. Tema Lina. Tabete Nontedo Charlotte. Tangwane Tabang Todi. Tato Mamuraka Desiree. Temba Nokutula Homutso. Tipa Murakana. Tobejani Nwato Arnold. Tale Molobe Catherine. Tolo Moholохolo Tumi. Tsilana Karabo Lucy. Sabangu Loisa. Tsau Tsau Aluwani Norman. Tsutsa Pauline Karabo, distinction in consumer behavior. Vilakasi Sophie Nomasondo, distinctions in e-business and consumer behavior. Zifungo Maimuna Agnes, distinction in e-business. Zondo Spamandla. Zulu Menzikaya Innocent. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Development Planning and Management. Baloyi Mpotweni, distinction in Environmental Impact Analysis. Hamisi Lavdatius. Kale Ruth Mabota, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Kodu Ponso Charles. Khoza Veron Talenta. Letswalo Lebogang Ellen, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Letswalo Tabang Freddy. Lubisi Rifilwe. Mabula Tsulofelo Marlin. Maduna Mapilo, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Matlakwane Pulani, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mahumani Oral, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Makomisani Savonge, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Manamela Chweni Comfort. Mangweta Rakadi, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mantiu Elisa Raisecha, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Maputu Lebogang Whitney, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Masete Mohau David, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mashiho Lesejo Emmanuel, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mashwama Kristen Dian. Masuku Neliswe Blessedness, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Matemani Quinten Ratala, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Matibela Gillian, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Matladi Lee Raisibe, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Matlala Lesedi, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Matlala Monyanya Krishelda. McGill Kaleshi Whitney, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Modula Teboho Kate, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mohashwa Letabo Melody. Muleme Gift Tabiso, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mulewa Tabang Esna, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Moloto Makabo Karabo, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mpafudin Tabisem Bridget, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mposelo Trifosa. Bungose Specifically Gracious, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Msibi Spamanda Kwazi, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mtombeni Terence. Mutanguro Vimba Charlene. Mutore Frida, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mwechana Tandi. Nkwana Isaac. Pepenyane Jenny. Picha Jan Khudishang. Rally Pellet Ladies Teboho, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Ramunyai Christina. Rapote Catherine, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Rikozzo Ntembo. Sidiela Kholofelo Charlene, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Selimela Munang Paulina. Shaku Adelaide Ramadimeche, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Shibambo Temba. Shoba Kholugelo Mushidi, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Tefu Jemina, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Tansa Kou Edson. Theta Kaugelo Constance, distinction in environmental impact analysis. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Laws. Moabelo Makabo Maureen. Moabelo Ntabiseng Camila, distinctions in tax law and intellectual property law. Mofokeng Palesa, distinctions in business entities and bookkeeping for legal practitioners. Mohale Mochachi Rosina, distinction in alternative dispute resolution. Motlala Ayanda Michelle, distinctions in advanced criminal law, alternative dispute resolution, and international law. Mojape Lu Katleho Malisolo, distinctions in tax law and international law. Mukata Brian Lisecha, distinction in alternative dispute resolution. Mukata Happiness Mamokhau, distinctions in alternative dispute resolution in tax law and intellectual property law. Mokhobi Untirezi Omega. Mukowu Freddy, distinction in intellectual property law. Mukwena Kabelo Edmond, distinction in alternative dispute resolution and in intellectual property law. Mulepo Mpo Magdalene. Mulewa Naledi. Molokela Koketso Johanna, distinctions in tax law, bookkeeping for legal practitioners, intellectual property, and international law. Molokwane Mpo Ana, distinction in international law. Molokume Enold Nwako. Monama Nare Yvonne. Monchane Molwantwa. Monyela Desiree, distinctions in alternative dispute resolution and research for legal portfolio. Mufiri Leslie Masirole. Moropani Migi Manchi. Morota Jabu. Motapo Eric Seketi, distinctions in alternative dispute resolution and intellectual property law. Motapo, Israel. Distinctions in business entities, tax law, research for legal portfolio. Motsapi Lebogang Victor. Mpatlele Litlogonolo, distinction in intellectual property law. Mpato Lisiba Daniel. Msapa Impress, distinction in international law. Mudau Murunwa. Muzielwana Tagalani. Moranzikwa Moli Agli, distinctions in tax law, bookkeeping for legal practitioners, and intellectual property law. Ndimande Faith Banel. Ndlovu Melvin Manda. Nemunzelo Rowena Frank. Netsakuma Jabu. Ngobene Confidence. Ngobeni Masilo Lister. Ngovene Forgiveness, the degree conferred cum laude. Ubiani Axwell Sipo Sihle. Nkabeni Unity Prosper, the degree conferred cum laude. Nkuna Marshall. Nkuna Vutomi Bridget, distinction in international law. Nonkonyana Someleze, distinction in intellectual property law and research for legal portfolio. Nonyani Tiseso Percival, distinctions in tax law, international law, and research for legal portfolio. Ntengeko Peniel Ngozinati. Ntimane Bride, distinction in advanced labor law. Nyamanyevu Natalie Tinotenda. Paleng Tlou Lizel, distinctions in alternative dispute resolution, tax law, intellectual property law, academic research, and and international law. Patwa Matabo, distinctions in intellectual property law and academic research. Puriwa, Sydney. Ralefatane Docas Mapula. Ramakolo Malesela Simon. Ramuleta Reneilwe Lesterin. Rapudi Mapudi Opa. Rapudi Selby Puti, distinctions in alternative dispute resolution and research for legal portfolio. Rapulana Mapula Joyce, distinctions in tax law and intellectual property law. Rasiala Karabo Refilwe. Raseboya Sebolaisi, distinctions in tax law, business entities, bookkeeping, administration of disease estate, practical legal course, and research for legal portfolio. Rasimedi Tebani Karabo. Rato Mulefe Moses. Ratsilumela Yunarin. Rebombo Ike. Ricorso relative, distinctions in international law and research for legal portfolio. Sebatana Koketso Ernest, the degree conferred cum laude. Sebatani Mo, distinction in tax law. Sebati Rodisang Muchedi. Sebola Mulatelo. Sedibana Bridget, distinctions in tax law, intellectual property law, and research for legal portfolio. Sidibeng Sylvia Wakana, distinction in advanced labor law. Sema McClow. Sefara Tabiso France, distinction in international law. Sekhala Kamogelo, distinctions in advanced labor law and international law. Sekhobela Lazarus Mapato, distinctions in alternative dispute resolution and research for legal portfolio. Selepe Philippine Kokezo, distinction in advanced criminal practice, alternative dispute resolution, and international law. Sillo Melvin. Senosha Letrogonolo Amos, distinction in alternative dispute resolution. Seoka Terence Mazorwani, distinction in bookkeeping for legal practitioners and conflict of laws. Setosa Rolin Mapula, distinctions in tax law and international law. Shabangu Aziza. Shahid Len, distinction in tax law. Shai Aaron Pokwane, distinctions in tax law, bookkeeping for legal practitioners, intellectual property law, and international law. Shai Mahlomola Neville. Shekwa Agrineth Tabile. Shikwambana Billy Fumani, distinctions in international law and conflict of laws. Shipalana Shumile, distinction in international law. Sibeko Ntombana, distinction in research for legal portfolio. Sibia Tlelilwe, distinction in alternative dispute resolution. Sibia Lydia, distinction in research for legal portfolio. Sibuye Ion, thanks. Sintumule Ramano, distinction in bookkeeping for legal practitioners. Sitole Makungu Duncan. Tau Ramatadi Gift. Tefu Melida Refilwe, distinctions in tax law, conflict of laws, intellectual property law, and research for legal portfolio. Tamara Iketleng Makutu, distinction in international law. Teko Zwelithini George. Tema Tumelo Kingsley.
Can't take a picture with you, man.
Tindisa Manoko Elizabeth, distinction in intellectual property law. Twala Tembelile, felon. Tobata Rena Precious, distinction in alternative dispute resolution. Chivashe Rendani, distinction in commercial dispute resolution. Ubisi Sulani Jacob, distinction in international law. Ubisi Prayer, distinctions in intellectual property law, tax law, and bookkeeping for legal practitioners. Valoi Mashia, distinction in research for legal portfolio. Kivambu Talani Linda, distinction in alternative dispute resolution. Zata Michael Kudakwashe, distinction in international law. Lehaha Komane Alfred, distinction in intellectual property law.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the postgraduate degree of the university on those graduates whose names appear in the program.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer the postgraduate degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Commerce Honors. Baloi Musa Light. Shilwane Nzembo Shamain. Kabe Basetsana. Kanyane Amogelang Lisibana. Kaditi Phineas, distinctions in entrepreneurship and project management. Kopa Chapelo. Langa Tsepiso, distinction in project management. Libilo Ntibaze Vanessa. Ledwaba Lisiba Petros. Leshabane Welka, distinction in project management. Mabitela Maroke Fisher, distinction in research project. Maboja Kabo Maria. Mabunda Fortune Mfundo. Mahlangu Ngazimulo Precious. Mahlare Mayvel Kutwana. Maja Buledi, distinction in advanced microeconomics. Makato Monica Mulele, distinction in research project. Makato Kokeso Adeline. Makoba Josephine Malikoko, distinction in project management. Makoka Peladi Tsepo. Malachi Peggy. Malika Prudence, distinction in human resource management. Maluleke Ayanda Otilia, distinction in research project. Mama Bolo Dimakato Mrata Dokas, distinction in project management. Mama Bolo Matukela Leslie. Mama Bolo Melinda Maji. Mama Bolo Moshita Simpson. Mamburu Moufe, distinctions in advanced macroeconomics, monetary economics, and research projects. Mamecha Sehuate Neo. Mambani Let Will Neo. Mangwai Tokolo Muhube, distinction in research project. Mashakwe Refile Ramateche, distinction in project management. Mashiane Matadzi Bridget. Masote Lesejo Erika. Matebula Sasha Ruben. Matebula prudence, distinctions in advanced microeconomics, in monetary economics and econometrics. Matiba Matala Salom. Matule Dikele Di Stefina, distinctions in entrepreneurship and project management. Matlou Ntale Imelda. Matsepe Desmond, distinction in project management. Mobe Ntau Seja. Mudipana Khonzi Hosea. Mukhwale Paula. Mokhotle Malebu Faith. Mulepo Mabitela Nyapiati. Mulewa Makoka. Mulukomi Musetla, distinction in human resource management. Munama Letabo Raisecha, distinction in human resource management. Munyepabe Motlau James. Murudu Siwela Rosina. Moshomane Mahapa Andronica, distinction in human resource management. Motapo Sebopa Elizabeth, distinction in project management. Mudimbu Tafara. Mudimbu Farai. Mulauzi Zivuya. Munyai Ndanganezeni, distinction in research project. Mutengwe Selina, distinction in project management. Nengwe Kulu Mulalo Joyce. Netiava Pumuzo. Nkosi Njabulo Samantha, distinction in career management. Nkwana Newo, distinction in project management. Pope Di Puti Jessica. Rabutata Ramoshaba Prince Lu. Rachweni Kolane Messi. Ramuda Mapere Master. Ramunedi Maemo Milda. Rampedi Preska, distinctions in advanced economics, advanced macroeconomics, economics of the public sector. Sakwane Faith. Sibilibili Makabo Even, distinction in accountancy. Sorry, not distinction. Sebupa Lebohang Likuru. Sehane Ronashia, distinctions in entrepreneurship and project management. Sekaulelo Ivald Sello. Setati Noko Fortunate, distinctions in advanced microeconomics, econometrics, and research projects. Shai Gabriel Magari, distinction in project management. Shaku Lindiwe, distinction in human resource management. Shiba Ngobile, distinction in human resource management. Shilubane Ntsakisi. Shipalana Niko. Sitole Portia, distinction in career management. Tefu Kekelezo Prudence. Tukuta Vutsilo. Tale Katleho Gladness. Tsiri Kabo Sarina. Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the degree Bachelor of Commerce honors. Budiba Kopano Ingrid. Kanyaho Kate Kulufelo. Maluma Tsepiso Tibora. Maluleke Kensani Mahudu, distinction in geospatial tech for development planning. Matebula Figile. Matuku Katleho Moses. Mhishi Tapiwa Michelle. Mulawa Tebogo Sifuru. Monama Ezekiel Albert, distinction in geospatial tech for development planning. Racheku Kamogelo, distinctions in geospatial tech for development planning and environmental planning and management. Rakwata Lerato. Receiver Savutelo. Sowana Mudula Mashia. Tata Valencia.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to award the postgraduate diploma of the university on those graduates whose names appear in the program.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I award the postgraduate diplomas.
Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor to present the following graduates whose names appear in the program and have complied with the requirements of the postgraduate diploma in accountancy. Kwinana Makabo. Mabunda Sunday. Madiba Temba Jacob. Matlo Fortune Joseph. Malika Batabile Lina. Mamu Davi Timangazo. Mashabela Kulofelo Kanyani. Mashego Princess. Mashilompana Mathia Tabani. Masingi Pamela. Matebula Mielani. Mavunda Charity Mbuyelo. Julie Precious. Mohoto Rifilwe Elsie. Memberi Bonginkosi Esau. Nobela Vunele Precious. Ratsulumela Mulanga. Siabela Merapelo Christina. Kiani Tumelo. Vilakazi Nomsa Funani.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's sit down. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Chancellor, your children are requesting for an encore just for 2 minutes. If the choir could come back just for 2 minutes. And then we'll continue with our function. Prof. Matsebatlela, they are pleading. Thank you very much, especially to the choir. Mr. Chancellor, in Africa, When we are happy, we sing. And Mr. Chancellor, you will agree with me that this is one of the best choirs in the country currently. We therefore like to thank Prof. Matsibatlela, who leads this choir so excellently, and all members of the choir for such an excellent job. Let's give the choir a very big round of applause. Mr. Chancellor, you'll also agree with me that we live in extremely challenging times, and being a leader in the country, and even at a university level, it's a very difficult task indeed. In your case, you go out of your way to serve everybody. You serve students extremely well, you serve staff effectively, and you also serve parents with compassion. We as a university are therefore fortunate to have a leader such as yourself for keeping this university running in a successful manner. You make us look to the future with hope and fortitude. In a nutshell, you are a good leader because you are also a good servant. For all this, Mr. Chancellor, we would like to say to you, Re a leboha. Can we give the Vice Chancellor a big round of applause, please? We are also fortunate at our institution because, as you have seen, we work as a collective. We believe in the saying that teeth that are together help each other in chewing food. Professor Singh, the DVC for Research, Innovation and Partnerships, welcomed us so warmly that we felt at home indeed. To Professor Singh, we'll also like to say thank you. Can we give her a big round of applause? To Mr. Rachidi and Ms. Tindiza, our council members who are present today, your participation in this function means a lot for us. It shows that we have your support as council, and we can only become stronger with such firm support. Can we also acknowledge them? Mr. Chancellor, Alexis Carrel says, and I quote, "Prayer is the only power in the world that overcomes the laws of nature," unquote. And because of prayer, led by the capable Reverend Siekui today, the ceremony, as you saw, went very well. People even asked for an encore. It was because of the prayer. If it were not for that prayer, we wouldn't have people asking for an encore. Can we therefore give Reverend Siekoi one of the biggest rounds of applause? The youth are our future. We are therefore very grateful to Ms. Mashaba, the SRC Treasurer General, for delivering a very constructive, inspiring, and motivating speech. We are encouraged that with the use of her ability, the future of this country is rosy indeed. To Ms. Mashaba, I would like to say to you, thank you. Can we also give her a big round of applause? To Mr. Malachi, thanks a million times for telling our students that they must not forget their alma mater. They must play a big role and a big part in the growth of this university, academically and even financially. You also encouraged our students to come back to register for their further postgraduate studies. Can we also give him a big round of applause? Thanks are also due to the Dean of Students, Dr. Masipa, and academics at all levels who are seated in front here, and some are not present because all of us could not fit onto the stage. Executive deans of faculties, directors of school, professors, senior lecturers, and junior lecturers. In fact, without their input, we will not be celebrating today. Their contribution to the success of students is immense. Their work, as you have seen, is there for everyone to notice. In Xitsonga, we would like to say to them, Mintiro ya n'wina I vulavurile. To all our guests, thanks very much for gracing our function. In Africa, you can only become a true person because of other people. That's why we say in Sepedi, vana va muthu va ngwathelana hlooho ya tšhiya. Can we also thank our guests? To parents and sponsors. We cannot thank you enough for supporting your children. In the past, inheritance used to be cattle and goats. And marriage was also everything. We are encouraged that you told your daughters that education is their first husband. You also told your sons that education is their first wife. In fact, education will never divorce you. That's what you told your children. For all these beautiful arrangements, we would also like to thank the registrar, Professor Masha, and his capable team, comprising the Deputy Registrar, Mr. Malahlela, Assistant Registrars, Ms. Mata, Mr. Toti, Ms. Ngobo, and so on. We would also like to thank Assistant Registrars in all faculties, Principal Admin Officers, and Secretaries. In addition, our gratitude goes to Mr. Mapatane from Logistics and his colleagues, as well as Mr. Home Swana and his professional staff from Marketing and Communication for a job well done. And in the same vein, we'll also like to thank the media, our IC staff, our security personnel, and the cleaners. Now to our graduates. We are proud of you. COVID-19 or no COVID-19, you did not give up on your studies. You said, no makanjani, vyang kapa vyang, na ho zoto itahani. You are not going to leave this university without a degree. And indeed, you are a very good example because you have your degrees. And we know that you have been working very hard. But today is your graduation day, and those who are Zionists can go away singing, Zion way. And also play a song called Chibizelwa. Well, if you are still young as you are, switch on your Gumba Gumbas, a full blast, and play songs such as Halala by Jesse Queen. And of course, Asibe Happy by Kapsa Dismore. our graduates, you did not achieve this success on your own. Your parents, your siblings, I could see them, the younger ones and the older ones were there for you. And I know sometimes accounting or accountancy is very tough. Calculating all those huge figures is not easy. And they consoled you and say, do not give up. And indeed, you did not give up. And also the academics who are seated in front here, they were there for you through thick and thin. For this reason, all of us as the university, we therefore humbly request you to stand up. You thank the academics in front here and even thank your parents, your relatives at the back of the hall by standing up and simply say, thank you. Let's stand up and thank our parents, our academics. You can simply say thank you. Thank you. Lastly, we are all aware, unfortunately, that the roads are very dangerous. Therefore, please drive safely and arrive home alive. Mi famba kahle, li sipile gabotse, ba chimbile zwabodi. Re a leboha.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of Limpopo.
Gautiamus igitur, juvenestum sumus, gaudiamus vifini etur, veni nos fellowship, rapinos fellowship, lemini pascetur, lemini pascetur. Vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat Academia, vivat professores, vivat membra qualibet, vivat membra qualibet, semper siti flore, semper siti flore. Lonely Vice Chancellor, lonely Vice lecturers, lonely Vice Chancellor, lonely Vice lecturers. Farewell to all our graduates, farewell to all our graduates. May they ever flourish, may they ever flourish. Gaudiamus igitur, juvenestum sumus. Gaudiamus igitur, juvenestum sumus. Post jucundem juventutem, post molestem senectutem, nos habebitumus, nos habebitumus. Lina gaibata, Lina gaibata,